Why would you suggest it then if it's not a good thing to do? What is going on, my friends and family, and welcome back to another video here on Team Acne. Now today, this video popped up in my recommended feed and I absolutely wanted to watch this with you guys. It's called Doctors Answer Commonly Googled Questions About Skincare. It has 1.8 million views and it's from the channel As Is. And I feel like we're gonna get down to some juicy details about skincare products and habits that we all have with our skin. Now this video features 3 different qualified dermatologists, so they definitely know what they're talking about. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it.
They're actually not. Anything that you apply for a short amount of time and then take off doesn't alter your skin all that much.
Many times a face mask just hydrates your skin temporarily.
If you have acne-prone skin, they can cause a lot of problems.
All right, off to an interesting start. Definitely, I feel like the ones that you like put on your face and peel off, I feel like they hydrate my skin. Like I feel my skin feels wetter and nicer and moister, but that's interesting to hear that it's not really that effective.
It will give the illusion of toning your skin because it dries it and that makes it feel more tight.
They might contain salicylic acid or glycolic acid or other things, but generally they're not needed.
So what I've actually found out from looking up toners is that the reason they became so popular is because they were originally developed to help you take off the soapy residue from using soaps and using oil-based soaps. They became less relevant as a lot of people stopped using soaps on their face or oil-based products. So that's an interesting thing to hear from a couple dermatologists. Ooh, charcoal.
No. I wish it did. I get this question all the time. It's actually used when someone has a drug overdose, but putting it on your skin really won't do anything.
Okay, I'll stop pausing it quite as often, but yeah, charcoal too. I feel like people talk about charcoal all the time, and I feel like it's kind of like Aztec healing clay. It's like, it's kind of cool, but I don't feel like it really has proven that much. But it's just like one of those really trendy things. You know, like charcoal toothpaste, charcoal everything, right? I don't know.
Serums carry the anti-aging product or the acne product, so it all depends on what's in your serum.
So serums tend to be more oil-based. You have to be careful though, because they can also clog your pores and cause acne. Feels great. Putting cucumbers on your eyes just cools your eyes. A lot of times people will use tea bags that have been in the refrigerator, and it can help as like a cool compress on your eyes. A lot of these skincare products are owned by the same company. The Korean skincare lines are the same things that are offered in the US, it's just under different branding.
That's an interesting one, because haven't you guys seen so many viral Korean skincare videos? And I'm always thinking, isn't this the same ingredient? It's not like Koreans have like some ingredients that we've never heard of, because as soon as they come on the Korean market, guarantee American researchers are looking at them and then putting them into their products. So it's all the same stuff, but it's really trendy, isn't it? I don't know.
Yes and no, it depends on the type of light therapy and who's administering it. You want to definitely go to a board-certified dermatologist. This is actually near and dear to my heart because I do a lot of patch testing for allergies. A lot of the all-natural skincare lines have a lot of botanicals.
Does that mean that they have something plant-based in it, but it still may have the same preservatives? You have to really think about what you're specifically concerned about.
Maybe after the age of 21, think about good sunscreens, for aging. But before then, you should still be using sunscreen, to prevent skin cancer.
But it's
interesting. Yeah, this is a question I'm very interested about. When should you start a skincare routine? And it's interesting that it says after 21. I feel like I should have started when I first started getting acne, or maybe even before.
It's never too early to start a skincare routine, and your routine can be very, very simple.
I like her answer. It's never too early to start a skincare routine. I go with her. I vote for her.
It's best to wash your face once a day at least. At the end of the day, just to get the dirt and grime off. I'd say gentle exfoliation is fine if you like that, but I wouldn't aim to make it part of your daily routine.
You have to remember, you don't want to over exfoliate because that will dry your skin and actually damage your skin.
Yeah. Exfoliation, I feel like, I say this a lot, but mechanical exfoliation used to be really popular, where you'd like scrub your face with like micro beads or even like a loofah or like anything, like scrubbing your face. And it's actually been found to be really, really bad. And so that's why people, well, at least researchers have found that chemical exfoliation is better. better. It's that thing like alpha hydroxy acid. So yeah, I'm glad that they're saying you shouldn't do it too often. You should definitely use something that's gentler.
You want to use a more mild soap or a cleanser. Something like Cetaphil cleanser is very good. It doesn't have any detergents in it.
Hold on, I gotta say, with my dry skin, I used Cetaphil, and it has cetyl alcohol in it, and it is absolutely terrible from my experience. I don't know about you. Have you guys used Cetaphil? I know it's really popular. Did you have good experience with it? Did you have a bad one? My face was so red, like cherry red, because it irritated my skin so bad and actually made me break out more. Probably because one, I had really dry skin and I had really sensitive skin at the same time, and the alcohol, it was just too much for my skin to handle. So it's interesting that she would recommend Cetaphil. I think that moisturizer is terrible.
People with sensitive skin should use a very gentle cleanser and then apply a moisturizer shortly after.
You want to stick to products that are not heavy in fragrance or pigments, dyes. You often want to stick with things that are meant for babies. For oily skin, you can use things that are a little bit more aggressive, like a benzoyl peroxide wash or a salicylic acid wash to help get the oil off.
Use very thin type moisturizers, so lotions rather than creams. Most people, the mistake that they make with acne-prone skin is they wash their skin all the time.
How you should treat your skin will depend on whether or not you're under treatment, if you're using medications or not.
Go see your dermatologist, they'll figure it out.
If your parents had bad cystic acne, you're going to be more prone to it.
It's a combination of the hair follicles essentially being constipated. And there may be, some issue with the types of bacteria that live on the skin.
There's so many solutions, so many things that we can give to patients now. No one should be suffering with acne.
I thought it was interesting that they mentioned, like, if your parents had cystic acne, you could have acne. The other thing I've looked at is if you have brothers or sisters and they have had acne, you're gonna have a higher chance of having acne. For example, both of my brothers had a lot of acne. Like, my brother had it all over his chin. My other brother had it all over his face. I don't really know about my sister. She kind of had like moderate acne, but as you know, I had really, really bad acne. So I'm curious, have you noticed that? Do you have a brother or sister? And is it like that? Did they have acne too, or did they have it? Or are you in a weird, situation where your brother or sister has literally the clearest face ever and you're dealing with acne? I want to hear about it in the comments below.
Cystic acne is basically when you have acne lesions that are deep in the skin, it can't drain and it ruptures.
The poor man's solution is taking Afrin nasal spray. You could squirt it in your hands and you could pat it on your cheeks and it constricts the blood vessels a little bit. It's not a good long-term solution and you don't want to do it frequently because your skin will get used to it and then you'll get rebound redness when you're not using it.
Why would you suggest it then if it's not a good thing to do? What? That sounds terrible. Why would you do? No, no, hold on. No.
A blackhead is when one of those pores gets blocked, right? And then your oil gland is pumping, and it's pumping, and it's pumping. It's exposed to the air. It gets oxidized, turns black, and that's a blackhead.
I deal with a lot of blackheads personally. How about you guys? I feel like even when I extract them and stuff, they come back. I just have that kind of skin that is prone to having blackheads, so I do have to go through and extract them, which is not a big deal. I actually don't really mind blackheads, but yeah, it's just different types of skin, huh?
You can't really change the size of them, but you can change the appearance of them. And you can do that by keeping them clear, keeping your face clean.
There is pore minimizing primer out there. So if you want to look like you have smaller pores, use the primer, but it doesn't have any long-lasting effect.
I'm so glad they said that. So many videos here on YouTube say how to shrink your pores. I actually made a video about this, and you cannot shrink your pores. It's not possible. You can shrink your sebaceous glands so you produce less oil, but your pore size is always going to be the same. Sometimes it'll get bigger as your skin ages and sags, but you can minimize the appearance of your pores. That's an important difference that I think a lot of us glaze over and a lot of the viral videos definitely don't address properly.
As a board-certified dermatologist, I would say to let your dermatologist drain it. But if you have a pimple that's coming to a head at home, a hot shower, it comes to a head, and just by gently touching it, it will come out.
Stay out of the sun and don't smoke.
The number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the list is to use good sunscreen. Generally speaking, the best sunscreens have zinc.
I like that he's suggesting sunblock. I say this all the time, 30 SPF or higher. It's gonna save your skin from aging and it'll be good for your acne.
This is actually semantics in some way. A sunspot, okay, is what we call lentigo, and then moles are what we call nevi. And nevi can be acquired, or you're just born with them. And then sunspots you acquire with sun exposure. So freckles is what we call ephelides. Freckles you kind of get more with sun exposure, just like you do with sunspots. They're essentially the same thing.
Well, the answer to that will depend on your personal health history. If you have a personal history of skin cancer, then you should see a dermatologist more often.
Generally speaking, for the whole population, just once a year. Even if you're young, you should be seeing your dermatologist, at least get an education about what you should be doing.
I definitely never saw my dermatologist until I got my acne in a very severe position. I was always just like, ugh. And same with dentists, like I don't want to go unless I have a problem. How about you guys? Do you just do like checkups, like yearly checkups like that? I don't.
I would recommend, other than lipstick or maybe mascara, that you take your makeup off before you work out.
It's not preferable for sure.
It can cause inflammation and it may actually age your skin.
If you're using things that are very harsh, that cause redness or irritation for your skin just to remove your makeup, that's not good, especially around your eyelids. I don't like waterproof makeups. They're very harsh and tough to remove. If you have no problems with that in terms of your skin and using those things, feel free to do those things. Just be careful with removing them.
Generally speaking, it's fine to wear makeup if you're pregnant, but if you're concerned about particular ingredients,
make sure whatever you're doing is okay by your OB.
the skin does a lot more than we think. It's not just for vanity. It's what protects us.
It's a sign of your overall health.
Take care of what takes care of you and protect what protects you.
All right, yeah, so obviously the skin is the biggest organ in the body. Very important, shows a lot of what's going on with your body, and we should be very kind to it. So anyways, that was a super bomb video, actually super fast. Like for being a 8-minute video, they answered like 50 questions with 3-line answers. I thought that was really, really solid. And most of the stuff I agreed with, except for like a few things, like using nasal spray on your face to reduce redness? No, bad idea. Telling people to do something that you actually then one sentence later say don't do it, not good. But anyways, I feel like for the most part it was really good. What did you guys think about that stuff? Was there anything that like stood out to you that you were like, oh no? And was there anything that stood out to you that you were like, yes, that's awesome, I'm glad that they said that? So anyways, I really enjoyed the video. By the way, speaking of like vitamin C serum, redness, all that kind of stuff, you guys hear me say it in every single video, but I really love the lineup. Banish Acne Scars has the best skincare lineup for acne scars, but also just skin health and skin texture. And when it comes to redness, use the vitamin C cream. It's so good. It's helped my redness a ton. And then their whole lineup, if you have acne scars like I did and still I'm working on, I have boxcar and rolling scars. I've seen about a 35% improvement from using them for a little over a year. Definitely check them out. You can use my code, it's all caps Brian5 to get you $5 off an order of 50 or more. And they're super solid, vegan, cruelty-free, natural, and all made in small batches. So the oldest product you'll get is made only 1 week ago. So that way the ingredients are very potent. All right, that's it for this reaction video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a big old thumbs up. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Suggest other videos you'd like to see me react to, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Remember, you are not alone, you are beautiful, and you're a part of Team Acne. I'll see you guys in the next video.